What if I told you that right now there is an area in the United States that is big enough to provide clean energy to millions of people for hundreds of thousands of years? It's literally an untapped energy source that we could be harnessing today. And this energy source is located right here in our own backyard, in the country that has more energy than it knows what to do with. So why aren't we harnessing this energy source already? What is stopping us from doing so? Is it just too much red tape? Or are there other forces at play here? Stay tuned to find out how one national park could change the future of America forever. Located in the northwest corner of the U.S., Yellowstone National Park is a place like no other. It is home to over 10,000 geothermal features, including the largest concentration of geysers in the world. From its old faithful eruptions to the brilliant colors of the Grand Prismatic Spring, Yellowstone is truly a spectacular sight to behold. But few know that beneath the surface of this beautiful landscape lies a vast magma reservoir that could potentially power the entire United States for thousands of years. Yellowstone's supervolcano is one of the largest in the world, and it's capable of some truly mind-boggling destruction. Just imagine a cataclysmic eruption that sends ash and debris raining down over a vast area, disrupting air travel and agriculture and causing widespread panic. The very thought of such a disaster is enough to send shivers down our spines. But despite the potential danger posed by these fiery giants, humans have always been fascinated by them. From the ancient Greeks who worshipped the gods of fire and lightning to the modern-day adventurers who dare to explore their smoldering depths, we have always been drawn to the raw natural power of volcanoes. Now, let's talk about something even more fascinating: tapping into the energy of these majestic giants to power our homes and businesses. Geothermal energy is a clean and sustainable way to generate electricity that harnesses the heat from the Earth's core. And volcanoes are some of the best places to access this renewable resource. One of the most promising places for geothermal energy production is the Yellowstone National Park. This vast park spans over 2.2 million acres in the northwest corner of the United States. It is home to over 10,000 geothermal features, including the largest concentration of geysers in the world. But what makes Yellowstone so special when it comes to geothermal energy? The answer lies beneath the park's iconic geysers and hot springs. There is a vast magma reservoir that could potentially power the entire United States for thousands of years. Now, you might be thinking, what's the point of talking about this, since we obviously can't use the energy from the Yellowstone supervolcano directly? Well, here's where things get interesting. You see, the magma chamber beneath Yellowstone is so massive that we can actually tap into its heat without triggering an eruption. By drilling deep into the Earth's crust, we can access the superheated water and steam that exists just below the surface. This water can then be used to power turbines and generate electricity. In fact, the steam from Yellowstone's geysers is already used to power a small town nearby. But that's not all. The heat from Yellowstone's magma chamber can also be used for direct heating purposes. This means that instead of burning fossil fuels to heat our homes and businesses, we could simply tap into the Earth's natural heat. In places like Iceland, this technology is already being used to heat greenhouses, homes, and even swimming pools using the Earth's natural heat. Imagine a world where we could say goodbye to skyrocketing energy bills and hello to a cleaner, greener future. A future where we could take advantage of the Earth's natural resources to power our lives without causing any harm to the environment. In order to unlock this potential, all we need to do is drill a few miles deep into the Earth's crust and harness the power of the magma chamber. Of course, this is easier said than done. Drilling machines capable of reaching such depths are currently not available, but with some investment and research, this technology can be developed. Now, you might be thinking, why hasn't this been done already? After all, if this technology could revolutionize the way we power our lives, why haven't the governments or private companies invested in it yet? Well, the answer to that question is a little more complicated. There are several challenges that make it difficult to harness the power of Yellowstone's magma chamber. First and foremost, the cost is staggering. Drilling machines capable of reaching the magma chamber would be incredibly expensive to build, and the process of extracting the energy would also require significant investment. Secondly, there are environmental concerns. Tapping into the magma chamber could potentially trigger an eruption, which would be catastrophic for the surrounding areas. Finally, there is the issue of accessibility. Yellowstone National Park is a protected area, and it would be difficult to gain access to the magma chamber without causing damage to the park's delicate ecosystem. Despite these challenges, the potential benefits of harnessing Yellowstone's magma chamber are too great to ignore. If we could develop the technology to extract this energy safely and efficiently, it would have a profound impact on our lives. We could say goodbye to rising energy costs and hello to a future where we could power our homes and businesses with clean, renewable energy. The idea of harnessing the energy of a supervolcano may seem like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's actually a real possibility. In recent years, scientists have made significant progress in understanding the inner workings of Yellowstone and its magma chamber. They've discovered that the magma chamber is much larger than they originally thought, and that it's actually made up of several smaller chambers. This discovery has opened up new possibilities for extracting the energy from Yellowstone in a safe and sustainable way. One of the most promising methods being explored is known as Enhanced Geothermal Systems, or EGS. This technology involves drilling deep into the Earth's crust and injecting water into the magma chamber. The water would then be heated by the magma and pumped back to the surface where it could be used to generate electricity. The great thing about EGS is that it can be used to access the heat from the magma chamber without actually touching it. This means that there is no risk of triggering an eruption, which is a major concern with any project that involves accessing Yellowstone's magma chamber. So we've covered the challenge, the benefits, and one of the potential solutions for harnessing the energy of Yellowstone's magma chamber. But there is still one more piece to this puzzle. Who would benefit from this energy? And the answer to that question may surprise you. Imagine a world where every home and business had access to clean, renewable energy. A world where we could power our lives without causing damage to the environment or contributing to climate change. It might sound like a far-fetched fantasy, but it's actually a real possibility, thanks to the untapped potential of Yellowstone's magma chamber. Here are just a few ways that harnessing Yellowstone's magma chamber could change the world. First and foremost, it would provide a nearly endless supply of clean energy. Unlike fossil fuels, which are limited and contribute to climate change, the magma chamber beneath Yellowstone is a renewable resource. It is constantly being replenished by the Earth's core, and it would take thousands of years to run out. This means that we could use this energy to power our lives without worrying about running out of resources. Secondly, it would reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. By tapping into the magma chamber, we could reduce our dependence on oil, coal, and natural gas, which are not only limited but also contribute to climate change. This would help us to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and slow down the global temperature rise. It would also create new jobs and economic opportunities. Developing the technology to harness Yellowstone's magma chamber would require a huge investment, and this would create new jobs in the energy sector. Additionally, once the technology is developed, it could be used to power homes and businesses throughout the western United States, creating a new industry that would bring in billions of dollars to local economies. So you might be wondering how soon this will become a reality. Well, the good news is that it's already happening. Several companies are already exploring the possibility of harnessing Yellowstone's energy. One of the most promising projects is being led by a company called Alta Energy. Alta is developing a new drilling technology that would allow them to access the magma chamber without triggering an eruption. They plan to start drilling a test well in 2024, and if successful, they could have the technology ready for commercial use within 5 years. This is a groundbreaking development that could change the future of energy production. Imagine a world where we could say goodbye to rising energy costs and hello to a future where we could power our lives with clean, renewable energy from Yellowstone. It may seem like a distant dream, but it's actually closer than ever before. As technology advances and more companies look to invest in renewable energy sources, We may see this become a reality sooner than we think. So let's hope that this becomes a reality soon, because the future of our planet depends on it. Now check out, is it possible for Yellowstone supervolcano to destroy the world? Or watch, why don't we use nuclear fusion to end the energy crisis?